Hello everyone and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Monday, January 1st, 2018. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
Please remember, everyone, you can help support our show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. In addition, we do go live Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube. And if you have stories that you would like us to talk about, please send them to our subreddit, which is our iRedditcast, or via email to feedback.ireddit@gmail.com. For those of you that catch this show via video, whether that is on Facebook or YouTube, you get to see that we have met one of our Patreon goals over Christmas. People push us over $150 a month, which we are thankful for, and in celebration as well as in dedication, Nathan has shaved his face.
And the side of my head.
And the side of your head. And the top of your... Well, not shaved the top of your head, but the top of your head got cut
down. I should have stopped when it was Viking size.
It's all right. It looks great.
I can't wait for at least stubble to grow back in. This is all Tim's fault.
Yeah, just gonna throw him right under the bus.
Yeah, I hope he's really proud. Honestly,
he probably is.
He deserves it. Really.
I mean, I'm
gonna set this down and I'm gonna applaud him. Good on you, sir.
I mean, I don't think Tim can grow much in the way of facial hair, so in a lot of ways you resemble him right now.
12?
Sure.
No, Tim doesn't look 12. Tim looks like a grown-ass man.
Yeah, it's because he's a brain surgeon.
Yo, today on my, I showed you, today on my, past memories, my senior photo popped up, and it was me pretty much clean-shaven. There's a little bit of stubble there, but I was like, what the fuck? Come on, Facebook, stop listening in on my conversations.
Reminding you.
Yeah, it's fucking spooky.
Well, you look great, buddy. And good.
I was told I look like a lesbian.
Well, you look great, buddy.
I was also told I can look like a fucking villain, so...
Yep, and you've also been told you look like Ferris Bueller and Milo from Disney's Atlantis, so...
Yeah, I need to at least... That's my goal, actually. I wanna bleach this blonde for next Halloween and just shave it again and do Milo.
You know, the good thing is that of all the things that you look like, none of them are overtly negative, so...
Yo, I was also told that I had a very moldable face.
What does
I can put a beard on it and look all right, and put long hair on it and look really great, and then I can cut it like this and look fine.
And look fine. Not great, but fine.
Well, I mean, passable.
Passable?
I feel. I mean, I don't know.
I'm still just waiting for you to go out into public and get all the attention now.
I'm not.
No? You don't want the attention, Nathan?
Not like this.
You're so introverted.
I want attention in the way Neil Gaiman and who's the guy who wrote League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
I have no idea.
Oh fuck, I forget his name.
I am the wrong person to ask.
The guy looks insane.
You want to look insane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But recognized for having really good thoughts and everything.
Sure. So, should we move on past your bare baby face and move into the news?
Yeah, continue. I'm going to figure out who wrote this.
Okay, good luck with that.
Fucking
5.
As of today, Google is blocking the use of YouTube on Amazon devices.
Whoa, what? This was submitted by Currency to our Android.
So Google and Amazon have been feuding for quite some time, and apparently it's reaching its culmination at this point in time.
Boom. Here also wrote V for Vendetta. I want to look crazy as shit, long as shit hair, fucking hobo status, but regarded as a genius in some ways.
Cool. So YouTube is being blocked on Amazon's Echo Show device as well as Amazon's Fire TV starting today, January 1st. A statement from Google said, "We've been trying to reach an agreement with Amazon to give customers access to each other's products and services. But Amazon doesn't carry Google products like Chromecast and Google Home, doesn't make Prime Video available to Google Cast users, and last month stopped selling some of Nest's latest products." Nest is also made by Google. Given the lack of thank you, reciprocity. Awesome, great. We are no longer supporting YouTube on Echo Show and Fire TV. We hope we can reach an agreement to resolve these issues soon. Very short afterwards, Amazon responded back with Echo Show and Fire TV now display a standard web view of YouTube.com and point customers directly to YouTube's existing website. Google is setting a disappointing precedent by selectively blocking customer access to an open website. We hope to resolve this with Google as soon as possible. This, with the level...
They're like in a big competition.
So, and that's where we were about to go to, was that with the level of power a lot of these companies are starting to get, they are going to have problems across one another. There's like a
clash of titans.
Sort of. I mean, it's because everyone has such a large amount of power over such a vast amount of different industries that they are in very direct competition with one another. And it almost, the idea was like, well, competition is good for the consumer, right? It breeds innovation. Well, in this case, it seems like it's just shutting it down and being like, well, if you're not on our side, you don't get our stuff.
Yeah, it's not a healthy competition. This, at least, is not a healthy competition.
Which, I don't know. It was probably because, Google's biggest level of...
Kind of a douche move, honestly.
Well, yeah, and, Google's biggest amount of earned income is through advertising. That is how Google makes money, is advertising, because of how vast of a base they have in terms of their search engine and YouTube and other things like that. And so it might have been trouble with an agreement between the two, like maybe Amazon was wanting to put its own ads on YouTube through their own application in terms of on their own devices. I don't know.
I honestly couldn't tell you. Getting in the mindset of them is difficult for me because I don't feel like I'm personally that greedy.
Well, and it gets even more complicated with just the idea of that so much of it happens away from the public's eye that we don't really have a way to know.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of things are kept secret from the public, and it's really unfortunate because I want to know how things work behind the scenes.
You want to know
a lot of situations.
There's one way that you could be informed of such things, Nathan. Become a major investor in one of those companies.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's true though.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen for me.
I mean, because
that's just not.
All of it is to appease their investors. So if you were one, you'd be in the loop.
That's fair.
So just take every single money, all of my monies, all of your monies, and not even have enough to buy a single share of either of those companies.
Yo, I could save money for months and still not be able to buy a single share.
Let's see,
That being said, I have a coworker who's invested recently $7,000 in something, and he's gotten $10,000 in a month. Congratulations to him.
Yeah. So a single share of Google is $1,050 and $1,053.40. A single share of Amazon is $1,169.47.
Yeah, it's not happening on my dime.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Not currently.
Google is currently worth $729 billion. Amazon is currently worth $563 billion. Which is interesting because that means there are more shares of Google because Google shares cost less, but if there's more of them, it means they have a market cap that is higher.
Okay. I'm not much of a stock person, I'll tell you that. I don't understand a lot of...
Oh, I don't either. That's just basic math, though. Google...
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, Google shares...
I'm also really bad at basic math.
There you go. Well, I can't argue with you on that one.
I had to do... Okay, so I was doing Dungeons & Dragons, and I had to roll a new character. My stats are god-awful. It's I rolled 14, 14, 12, 12, 10, 10. But I was seeing if it was better than a point-buy system, and it's better by 4 points. But I had to do the math to, -8 from them to see how many fucking points they actually was over by.
Was that hard for you?
I wrote it all on the fucking giant mat that we had on the table because I couldn't do it.
Good work, buddy.
3.
I'm retarded.
Donald Trump verbally attacks Pakistan, claiming they, quote, have given us nothing but lies and deceit in return for $33 billion in aid.
This was submitted by a utensil to our World News.
Which I realize, darn it, I just closed everything. I didn't close.
Did I say Maxwell Hill to our technology?
I don't know.
I don't think I did. Anyways, but that was for the Comcast one.
What was I trying to do? I realized that I think my computer restarted, which means your volume is wrong, and it has been wrong this whole time. Oh, no, it's right. Okay, I just wanted to double check. So, Donald Trump is not trying to take a new turn when it comes to 2018. In fact,
no, he's full bore, same thing, nothing new, just continuing.
Yeah, we go into 2018 first thing 2018 morning, and Donald Trump just throwing, swinging, just full on hooks, man, trying to just hit anything he can because everyone is kind of ignoring him. So, if we survive this presidency, we're not going to have many friends left. So, tweeted out at 3:12 this morning, January 1st, 2018, the United States has foolishly given Pakistan more than $33 billion in aid over the last 15 years, and they have given us nothing but lies and deceit, thinking of our leaders as fools. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan with little help, no more. Now, there has been no statement, no follow-up, no anything regarding that tweet, so people are like, what do you mean no more? Does that mean you're not going to talk to the country, work with the country?
Like nothing? Like, give us a little bit more, like... We're curious.
Well, and we don't know what he means.
Joe, do you think this was planned, or do you think this was another off the handle thing?
It's Trump. I feel like almost all of it is mostly off the handle. Like
this has got to be off the handle, and this is like his team scrambling to try and figure out what he said.
Well, and also because like when it is something that is planned with Donald Trump, we can easily see it. That's fair. It is very obvious.
It's very much different.
Because it is scripted, and he is significantly more awkward when it is something that is planned because he's not good at reading from a prompt. And I don't know how often he's ever put out anything on his own personal Twitter that hasn't been just his own off-the-cuff stuff.
No, that's understandable. That's very understandable. I don't view this highly of him. Like, this is the same shit over and over again, and it's got to stop.
Well, and Pakistan has been accused of several things in the past because there is a good number of the terrorists in the Middle East that have come out of that country. Osama bin Laden also was found just a couple miles away from one of their military training bases, and they're like, how did you not know? You had to have known that he was there. So there's a lot of suspicion that's went on around Pakistan, but this isn't going to improve anything either.
No, this is not.
And there had already been measures taken against Pakistan, which, I mean, we do provide substantial aid to that company in the matter of several $100 million a year. Now, they are not unique in this. We do this with several countries. I mean, you and me talked last year about how much money is given to the Philippines and what was possibly going to happen in regards to that with Duterte being in office and all the things, all the war on drugs that is literally leaving thousands of people dead in the streets that's happening in the Philippines. And there was talks about withdrawing the aid that we provide to that country over those, and this isn't a whole lot different. The aid that was currently provided to Pakistan had been drawn back a little bit and said that we would give them more if they would do more to crack down on terror networks that were in the area, especially like in the neighboring Afghanistan area. But that was part of Trump's plan altogether anyway. That's been going through over the last year. His sudden tweet about how we're just not, whatever no more means is, again, questionable.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand. This is I feel like he's trying to generate something.
Probably.
Something bad might start happening soon. But yeah, I feel like this is trying to generate heat in some way.
I don't know, and it is concerning because, like, I understand that there's been a lot of problems that have come out of Pakistan, but we keep on alienating more and more people.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. We're not gaining any friends by this.
No,
we need to work towards world peace.
Yeah, we're losing significantly more than we're gaining.
Yeah.
I mean... And as we go,
popularity's plummeting.
And as we move into our next story, it's sad when North Korea in 2018 is becoming more progressive towards working things out than the United States is.
Yeah, at least in talk.
Oh, it's not our next topic. It's the number one topic.
It's number one.
We'll get to that. We'll get there.
2.
Most people believe others' social lives are richer and more active than their own.
This is submitted by Lewin Forever to our science.
So this entire article, as well as the attached science, the research that has been done, talks about how the actual base of human psychology and what's happening with it today. So the base human psychology is that we often see the best of ourselves. We look highly upon ourselves. We see ourselves in the best possible light. We try to ignore the majority of our own faults, our own mistakes, so that we look as good as possible to ourselves and try to portray that around us to make us look as good as we can as Nathan just shakes his head like, no, I'm a terrible person. I hate everything, including myself.
Yeah, that's not... I do not relate to that whatsoever.
Well, according to science, that's what the normal human psychology is. And it helps boost self-efficacy and, well, as allows you to be more productive in your life. However...
Yo, I need to start building that.
That has not been the case more recently. No, with the...
Has it switched? Has everybody started becoming more like me?
In a sense, yes. And social media is to blame?
Yeah, we should all quit social media, but it's unfortunate because we shouldn't, because I need you guys to see me, apparently.
Yeah, right? Well, and the idea behind it is that the way that we judge ourselves is often based on the way that we see others. Now, before social media, you only had your physical interactions with them, or, maybe like a phone call or some letters and stuff like that. So you didn't have every single point of their life to compare yourself to. But with social media, you're able to constantly be plugged into other people and plugged into their lives and make comparisons there. The problem is, though, is that social media is a crafted portrayal based on what that person wants to share. Especially like Snapchat stories or Instagram stories or even like Instagram itself. Facebook is a little bit different, but for the most part they're all in the same bag, of that people normally want to share the exciting points of their life. When something happens, they want to share positives and in some cases even negatives, but for the most part more of it's on the positive end. So the only thing you are seeing of everyone's life is what they are doing that is active, that is productive, that is social, that is engaging. You don't see them folding clothes on a Thursday night because they don't have anything to wear the next day. And so when you're sitting there thinking about your own social life and your own position in the world, when you start trying to be like, your brain naturally wants to compare yourself to others around you. You want to compare yourself to your peers. But when the only metric you have to go on is social media, and they're always doing this and outdoing that and eating here, and they won this and they did all this, you're like, man, I did nothing today but like scratch myself, watch 3 seasons of a show, and eat Cheetos. I'm garbage.
Oh, man.
So
it sounds like my days off, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you eat Cheetos?
Yes, actually.
You can?
I do believe I can.
Are you sure?
Not 100%. I haven't eaten Cheetos in a long time. No, I have. I have eaten Cheetos. Yes, I can.
Cheetos in...
I remember because I was eating jalapeno cheddar Cheetos, and I fed some to my cat because my cat likes spicy food.
They do not have palm or coconut in them.
There's like safflower or sunflower.
Vegetable oil that is made from corn, canola, and or sunflower.
Okay.
So
yes, Alyssa, I do agree. I need a beard again. It'll come in due time.
Yep, give it like 6 months.
Yeah. Maximum.
So science is suggesting that human psychology is changing, and we are becoming more depressed based on social media.
I can believe it. Oh, I could believe it.
Yeah.
That is that's fucking real.
Is that where your depression comes from, Nathan, is social media?
I mean, probably in part. I feel like my depression is my generation. I feel like I have not only lived and weighed my depression, but I've also received genetic depression from my parents. So I'm just living their cursedness as well.
Well, and it also feeds into the idea of this whole social media thing is the anxiety created by FOMO, which I did that initialism makes me want to punch myself. And
I can understand.
That is the fear of missing out. And that is, you see all these things happening, and you think you're missing all of the stuff that's happening, and so you feel even more lost and
left out. I can understand that too.
Yeah?
No one wants to feel alone.
No.
Unless you're like a true hermit. I can kind of understand that.
And those exist, and they are quite irregular in terms of normal human psychology.
Oh, man, it would be so cool to live as a hermit, like a shaman.
Alyssa in the chat room says, social media alienates me. It makes me feel like I have friends, but I cannot be by them because they live so far away. I mean, that's kind of a interesting, like, benefit and detriment of social media, is it does allow us to stay in contact with people that are far away and have a larger interaction and be a larger piece of their life. But at the same time, I mean, absence makes the heart grow fonder, which means if you miss somebody, and there's only so much connection that you can actually get through a computer or through a phone.
Yeah,
even with,
and I mean,
go ahead.
Even then, a lot of the interaction you can like misread pretty easily because a lot of interaction with people is body language.
Well, and also so much of your interaction online is so easy to sculpt and craft.
Yeah,
I mean,
that too.
Even if you can see the person, like it's different than when you're right there next to them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Nathan's like, I know. That's why I can do this show and not have horrible anxiety.
Oh yeah, I guess. Not have horrible anxiety. Yeah,
for
cool.
those that don't know, I announce roller derby all the time up here. Almost basically, at this point, actually, basically every single game of roller derby that takes place in the state of Alaska, I am the announcer for. And I also went last year and hope to go again this year to the RollerCon convention, which is RollerCon, the roller derby convention, which is called RollerCon in Las Vegas, and I announce a crap load of games there as well. I enjoy speaking into a microphone. I enjoy talking, and so I got invited to announce one time about 2 years ago and just never quit, and it is now a massive part of my life. And I love it. And because me and Nathan did this podcast, and because they were like, we could use more announcers than there's Schwahn, although no one wants to do it, which is, I do not mind doing it solo, but goddamn, people, come on, step up to the friggin' plate.
I'm sorry,
not,
all right?
Not you, Nathan. You tried it. I'm not holding it against you. Nathan tried it. Nathan did his best, but Nathan was like, I can talk into a microphone when I'm at my computer. You want me to talk when there's people there, like that can see me, that I can see them?
That makes me worry because I want to do conventions, but I really worry about conventions.
Well, I mean, we can just dope you up if we ever go to one.
Here, drink this. Drink some more. Drink.
Just bring Nathan out there, and he's like, whoa, there's like a lot of people. Yeah, it's great.
Hey, guys, I'm Nathan. I like gin
and answering questions. You have about 30 minutes before I pass out. Go.
Watch me, Dad.
Question number 1. How much gin did I drink? A lot.
A lot.
Question number 2.
A lot. Plural. Multiple.
Alyssa says that she used to be an NSO for roller derby, for the juniors, for the kiddos. That's cool. We like officials. Non-skating and skating, and we need more of them. So if you're interested in coming back, Alyssa, we can use the help. No chill whatsoever. But I mean, that's also part of it. Like, every time I go and announce a game, I take a picture of it and I put it on social media and stuff like that, which is perpetuating this culture of people that I don't even realize will see the activity that I'm posting, such as like us going out and making an event of getting you a haircut and a shave yesterday. That is a completely normal thing, but because we put a light on it, it can make it seem like people are missing out on something that is otherwise a rather mundane happening. And
yeah, I might encourage people to go and get haircuts and shaves. I hope it doesn't. Grow your beards out as long as you can. I want everyone to be wizard-length beards.
No.
Like, let's bring that back.
Please no.
And if you can't grow a
1.
beard, that's okay, because it doesn't matter about the beard on the outside. It matters about the beard on the inside.
All right, Dexter's Laboratory.
It's so true, though. It's so accurate.
In his New Year's address, Kim Jong Un stated, "As long as there's no aggression against us, we do not intend to use nuclear powers."
This was submitted by F.I. Throwaway Lucky to Our World News.
This is not the important part of his address, okay? That's
the shiny part of his address?
No, actually, it's not. It's just the part that was directed towards the United States, which is probably why it mattered. No, the largest part and focus of his 2018 New Year's address was actually calling for peace talks with South Korea.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes way. And you want to know why he wants peace with the South?
Why?
For the reason that an event was created. He wants to go to the Winter Olympics. The Olympics.
No fucking way! The Olympics?
So the original purpose
The Olympics are saving the day?
that was their purpose.
It's so beautiful! Oh my god!
So
True competition.
he is offering talks to be able to begin sending and receiving delegations between North and South Korea so that an agreement can be reached, peace can be achieved, and North Korea can go to the Winter Olympics. And in 2018, the Winter Olympics are going to be held in Pyeongchang, which is the capital of South Korea. No, it's not. The capital of South Korea is Seoul. But that is in South Korea. I apologize. So, yeah, that's the important
it's a really major
part.
place.
It is. It's a massive place. So that's the important part of this address.
I want to go to South.
Like, in addition, he also said, "We have accomplished our nuclear capability. That is a massive step for us. We have no intention to use it unless people intend to use it against us." Directly talking to the United States.
Yeah, that's understandable. We have been flexing our dick pretty hard. Other people have been flexing their dick pretty hard as well.
Yeah, straight up directly spoke to the camera, obviously, or to the people, but said, warned directly the United States that North Korea's nuclear ambitions were now complete and the launch button is always on his desk. Basically, leave us the fuck alone. Which, I mean, okay. At the same time, though.
Honestly, I would be okay with us just leaving them alone, them leaving us alone, them achieving peace with South Korea, eventually maybe achieving peace with us. This is steps. This is Kim Jong at least talking about steps towards a more positive world, which is beautiful. But I'm not sure if he's truthful in this. But at this point, I feel like at least he's maybe trying.
Yeah, part of me also was like created like a super Bond scenario, and where Kim Jong Un is a Bond villain, and he's just making peace talks so that he can put a bomb underneath the stadium for the Winter Olympics or some crap like that, and Bond has to go stop him. I'm sure there's been at least one story that is something to that effect.
Something similar.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for the Olympics in Japan because Akira.
Yeah. So, in any case, that is the important part of this address, that North Korea said, hey, South Korea, you want to talk about not being enemies after being enemies for, what, 70 years?
We like sports. You like sports?
So.
Sports. It's very beautiful to see a bonding moment of sports, really.
Well, and that was the original idea behind the Olympics. Like, wars and stuff are supposed to stop during the Olympics. Because that's what they're meant to be. Is a peaceful time.
And it's apparently working.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
It looks like it's at least going to start, maybe.
We'll find out. I mean, we're still pretty strong allies with South Korea, which makes me worried. Like, their new president, though, has a very strong mind of his own, which is good because I can definitely see Trump being like, you're not going to talk to them because we don't like them.
Yeah, Trump just wants to start trouble.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. At this point in time, South Korean President Moon Jae-in has not really said a whole lot. He said that the president's office welcomed Kim's comments about the need to improve inter-Korean relations, and he did wish to, discuss things about potentially making an agreement and seeing if they can figure out how to get them in the 2018 Olympics, but it hasn't went much farther than that.
So I'm hopeful.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, that is something that nobody saw coming because of how...
Out of left field.
Yeah, because of how Kim Jong Un had been acting for the last, 2 years. No one expected that to be his next step of oh, well, we achieved nuclear bombs. I guess we're on an even playing field. You guys want to be friends now? And maybe that was it.
I hope it works. That's all I can really say is that I hope it works. Because, tensions are so fucking tight right now. I hope this really diffuses the situation.
We'll see. I guess as far as we can say is we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
In any case. No.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
Nathan, what did you care about in the last 72 hours? 72 hours?
I mean, I look like this. Not that it's a bad haircut. Fucking Jose did a great job. Jose was a fucking wizard with hair.
Yeah.
It was one of the most just joyous experiences I've had getting a haircut.
Shout out to Jose with the hair doctors over on Muldoon in Anchorage, Alaska. You guys did good, and you were a lot of fun, and thank you for letting us film it.
There's some really good music playing. Also, however, my favorite thing of the day is that I found out magpies can talk like parrots.
Is that so?
Yep, and we have a bunch of magpies up here.
Yeah, we do.
It's kind of spooky. Because they're like raven parrots.
Well, we have the magpies, and then we also have the ravens. These massive,
we do.
Prehistoric beasts.
They're like crows, but much larger.
They're huge and quite concerning, and
smart as fuck.
Way too intelligent. Way too intelligent, and remember people and faces, and hold grudges.
Yep. But they could also be really nice. Like, if you offer them shit and everything, they will go and, bring you back shiny objects and stuff.
Yep. Because they're super intelligent. Although I was hanging out with a friend once, and, I wasn't hanging out with him. He I, met him at the gate card shop or something. And he looked at me, and he had this face of, dire concern. And I was like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, I'm having a crisis. And I'm like, what? He's like, I've never been so jealous of a bird. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I had to drop by my house after work to pick up the cards, and as I'm pulling up to the house, there's one of those big black ravens on the side of the road, and it's digging its head in the snow, and I'm like, what's he doing? And then I see him pull out an entire friggin' red vine. I want to be able to pull out to grab red vines out of thin air.
Yo! That raven fucking found a goddamn red vine patch.
Yep. So
he needs to find it so he can grow red vines.
He was having a concern over how jealous he was that this raven just pulled a red vine out of the snow.
God damn it! Now I want fucking red vines, you piece of shit.
I don't like red vines.
Yo, red vines are so delicious.
I like
licorice in general is delicious. Like all forms. Fucking red vine, fucking Twizzlers, fucking just black licorice even. I love black licorice.
Man,
I think that's why I like Jaeger.
Jennifer must be burning a candle. The house smells real good right now.
I'm about to burn some incense. I bought some for my room because I'm a dude and it gets kind of funky, especially with my animal in here.
Yeah. Things I cared about in the last 72 hours. One, thank you to everybody for hitting our Patreon goal that caused Nathan to shave. It is a one-time goal, though, so even if we drop below 150 and then climb back over it, he is not shaving again. We will simply redirect you to this point in time. So thank you again, everyone, for that. A couple other things I cared about is it is 2018 now, and we have a long road ahead of us, Nathan, but I think we're going to do some awesome things this year.
I hope so.
We are showing very good growth at the end of 2017, so if we can keep that up through 2018, I imagine that'll mean some good things. A couple other things is...
I'm excited to, snag people because of the way I look, and then for them to be completely flipped on their ass because, I grow goddamn beautiful hair like a goddamn majestic Viking beast.
Yes, majestic Viking beast. That's your new...
That's the one good quality about my body, is that I can grow beautiful hair.
That's the only good quality?
And judging by my dad's head, it's because of my mother.
Well, I am thankful that I still have my hair. I do have these high crow's peaks, but I've always had them. I'm thankful that I still have it because my dad was bald by the age of like 18. So
Yeah, good thing you're not bald.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bald-ish. Not really.
that was intentional, though.
Yeah.
A couple other things I cared about or will care about is we're going to like I'm going to get some shit in gear and finish some projects in 2018. Also need to really figure out some more stuff for the podcast right here. The other thing that I did care about that happened just recently, though, I beat Divinity 2 yesterday morning. And that was a very entertaining game, extremely long game, but I have checked it off, and I would recommend it. It was one of the available games for Game of the Year last year, and it is quite enjoyable, quite good, and I highly recommend it for those that would like a good RPG. It is kind of like a tactical RPG, so if you ever played like Baldur's Gate or anything like that, it's kind of along those lines.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like those kinds of games. I was watching. I've been playing a bunch of fucking top-down style games like that. I watched a speed run earlier of Temple of Elemental Evil, which is similar to Baldur's Gate.
Cool, but other than that, I am just looking forward to the rest of this week and more shows to come, and hopefully a whole lot of progress and growth and success in the year to come.
Yeah, he was hoping.
Did you have any New Year's resolutions, Nathan?
I wanted to start like this kind of weird diet where you work out in the morning and you don't eat anything until like 2 o'clock, and then from 2 to about 9 or so, you eat as much as you want.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, the problem is getting my ass up early in the morning to do working out.
And having the money to eat the food.
Yeah, that's also another problem.
So,
but we're working on that.
Good luck with both of those.
Thank you.
All right. Shall we get out of here, sir?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you would continue to support us, help us grow and get something back out of it, whether it is new rewards from the Patreon or just more shows in the future, patreon.com/dailyinternet. We do go live, of course, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube, and you can follow and share the show on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of those are at iReaditCast. You can download the show to take it with you to go. The audio only is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and almost anywhere else podcasts are found. If you find a place we are not, let us know, and I will be sure to get it there as soon as I can. You can help us out immensely by leaving 5-star reviews on any of those platforms. Send us the stories you would like us to talk about to our subreddit, which is our iReaditCast, or by sending us an email, which is feedback.ireddit@gmail.com. You can find me on all social media at Schwahn Michael and Nathan at Bimmenstein. And that is it, everybody. That is your 407th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody,
Don't get
eliminated!
have a good day, everyone.
Bye.